just in case. Okay, so finding our Pilates stance. Yeah, and just waking up those feet a little bit. Yeah. So just wiggle your toes around a little bit and just see what part of your foot can go down, what's easier to get down. I can, um, depending on where my feet are. Yep, I know. I know. And the funny thing is, if you really separate how your toes wiggle after a moment, you're going to feel your abs, your deep abs start to shift and change in through your belly and your pelvic floor. That whole sling gets affected. Good. All right. So then settle yourself and imagine the full moon of your heel. Allow yourself to float back onto that. Feel that. Good. Good. And then we're just going to inhale, press the arms forward and then upward. Exhaling, letting them fall back wherever it's comfortable. Doesn't have to be big yet. Good. We're just gently warming up through the shoulders. Good. And again, press the arms forward and then up and then exhale, fall. And the fall, that can be easy. I'm not being strict with wrists or anything other than I want you to see where they get to on that exhale. Good. Inhale forward. Good. Good. And last time. There you go. Good. Yeah, then take your hands, bring them in front of your thigh bones. We're doing a little chest expansion. So we just press back, hold it, turn your head one way, turn your head the other way, release, and the arms come forward. Shrug forward, and then straighten up as you bring the hands to the hips. Pull back. Good. Turn your head. Turn your head. Release. Good. And then shrug forward. So you're letting yourself round the upper back before you bring the hands back into place. Press. Good. Look. Look. Good. And one more time. Shrug forward. This is a nice little sort of self-check, like, ooh, my neck is a little stiffer than I thought on that side, or I can't find that shoulder blade. Or boy, I feel my hips swinging when they shouldn't. Good. All right. And then we're just going to press straight back. Now lift into releve. I don't think I have any foot minders today. Is that correct? No, Chinda, duh. Sorry. I knew that answer. So everybody with Chinda, coming up on releve, squeezing those heels together, pressing back. Chinda, you're pulling back with your arms and doing that forward float as far as feels comfortable. Good. And then releasing back down. Yeah, good. And then again, that's it, pulling back. Good. So because we're pulling back with the arms, we have to fight this sensation, right? We're not pushing our thighs at the strap. We're holding strong through our thighs and pressing back with our arm. Good. Same thing with my foot minders. Right? So if you're floating forward, you're still pushing your hips and your abs forward, not your thighs, right? It's one straight line and then coming back. Good. And one more. That's it. Good. Good. Very nice. Okay. We're going to take ourselves into a plie. So it's going to be small. Knees pull apart, arms pull apart. Yep. Good. And then squeeze the back of your legs together. Good. And then open those thighs. Yes. Good. Draw the back of your legs together. I'm going to give me a little more tension. Good. Okay. So we're going to fine tune these a little bit. You keep on moving. I want you to watch out for butts tucking under, right? You want to let your pubic bone and sacrum go down evenly. Yeah. Good. That's better. Good. I like where the hips are now. Now just watch out for the ribs. You see my ribs pop, my ribs in. Ribs pop, ribs in. Yeah. Good. And one more time. Good. Good. Very nice. Good job. So we're going to take your arms, let your Right arm, pull up your left, look with it, look at it with your eyes. Good. Bring it back down. Now let the left one pull up the right. Good. And pull. Yeah. So waking up a little shoulder, a little extra plus oblique. Pull up. Good. And pull up. Isn't that nice? If you had the dowels at the studio, it's a little bit like that dowel work. Good, good. And one more each way. So you're pulling, letting it drag. So Melissa, instead of a push, think of this as a stick, and one end of the stick is literally pulling the other arm up to the side. Yeah, so give yourself more tension in the middle. Yeah, and then you'll be able to feel the pull. That's it. Yeah, now it's dragging the other arm over. Yeah, and then you get that oblique. Isn't that nice? Look at how your right oblique's turning on now. Good, good. Does that all make sense, everybody? Yeah, playing with our imaginary dowel. Okay, so then we're gonna take our band in front of us. Now we're gonna spine twist and we're gonna pull ourselves to the side. Good, back to center. Good, and exhale. Good, and then pull back to center. Exhale. Good, and pull. So now I could do this with my arms just staying static, but I want you to pull your arms apart as you pull to the back and then pull forward as you pull back to the front. So they're constantly working against each other. And you should notice that by doing so, not just your shoulders working harder, but your core is working better. Good. Good, now my triceps are shot, so I have to lower my arms. Maybe you do too. Good, and then you're gonna let your head fall to the side. Good, and gently forward. And to the other side. And gently forward. Good, press into those feet, let yourself lift all the way back up. Good, all right. We're gonna open those feet. We're gonna take our band around the back side of us. Just below our butt, what my colleague Helen calls your thigh, the place where your butt meets your thigh. I know another instructor calls it your thas, where your thigh meets your you know what. So we're gonna push the band forward, sit back in a squat. Feel yourself pushing against the band. It's not this push that's important, it's that one. Yeah. Good, and then come all the way back up. Good, and push back, push back, push back, push back. Good, you got it. So notice my arms are not even straightening all the way because the arm forward is not as important as the butt back. And I'm giving me a lot of tension, so much so that it's really hard for me to extend my arms because what I want to feel is how I am moving back through my hips. And I want you to feel the same thing. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Two more. Push it back, push it back, push it back, push it back. Good. And one more. Good. All right. So now take a little less tension because now you are going to sit back and then you're going to press those arms forward. Bring them in. And as you press them forward, I want you to make sure this elbow stays pointing at the ground. So don't let it do these little wings because then the stabilization comes from up here. Instead, huck it down. Yeah? Yeah, that's a chinda. Good. Nice. Good. Two more. Good. Your hips still pulling back. Yes. Good. Good. Press those arms forward. Good. Now come on up. Keep your hips pressing back even as you stand up. So your abs are on. Good. And then release those arms down. Swing them back. Lift the chest. Yes, should feel good. Good. Nice moment. Okay. We're going to take our band, put it under your right foot, and then check your length. You want to be able to press it up to the sky with your left hand. Good. All right. So hand out to the side. We're gonna sit in a squat. Good. Hand at the shoulder. Good. As we stand, scoop the abs up, press straight up toward the sky. Good. Bring it back down and sit in your squat. Good. Weight goes to the back still. Press. Good. Good. Nice. Okay. So I'm going to give you side view real quick. Here's me coming up in a straight line. Here's me coming up in not so straight a line. Can you see how my back is arched? And my abs are not really on. So I want you to come up right over yourself. Yeah. Yes. Good. That's better. Good. One more. Good. All right. Now we're going to hold that arm up. Take your left toe, point it out to the side. We're just going to lift that leg and lower. Now we have this tension here. I want you to keep it. Drive down to that foot. Reach up through this arm. You can almost picture yourself on a reformer machine, if this hand were on the bar and that was on the carriage, lifting your leg up away from the machine and really using that full line of tension for balance. Good. That's it. Last one. Hold the leg. Hold the leg. Reach through your body from your foot to your hand. That's it. Good. Good. And then gently bring it all the way back in and down. Nice job. Let's switch feet. Are you hot now? So you got to find that magic place where you can get your arm up to the sky with just enough tension that it's work and not so much tension that it makes you all crazy. Yeah, you find your spot, your magic spot. Okay. So weight back on your heels, fist up at your shoulder, arm out to the side and ready. You sit back in that squat. Good. And then push straight up. Whoop. Good. That's it. And straight up. It's going to get higher and higher each time, isn't it? Like caught on my, I know. This is a family-friendly Pilates class. There you go. Good. Yeah. Good. How's that feeling on this side, you guys? This is my less stable side, and you can almost see the arm wobble as it goes up. You guys look a little more stable than me. I like that. Yeah, good. Good. Let's do two more. Good. Good. Now one, just to power ourselves up. Just one more. All right, we're staying here. Good. Keep reaching up through this hand. We're going to take that toe pointed out to the side. Good. And then we're going to lift and lower. So here's me not pressing up into my band. Can you see how I fall to the outside? If I push into my foot and straight up through my arm, then I'm this perfect line from my foot to the armpit. I know, it's great, you guys. Look, yeah. Come on, strong through that arm. Get it up by your ear. Bring it up by your ear, Eloise. Yes, that's a good, Chinda. I saw that. Good, Melissa. Oh, you guys are fantastic. Good. Good. Last two. Last one. We hold it for a moment. Hold it. Good. Now reach through our limbs. Reach. There you go. Good. And then bring that in. And all the way back down. Nice job. I know. Makes my heart rate go up. Okay. We're going to roll down. We'll do 3 roll downs. On the 4th one, we'll be walking out to a plank, and we'll have our upright rows once we get to the plank. So roll down 3 times. 4th one, walk out, and then it's your renegade rows once you get down there. Okay, go. Everybody knows what they're doing? Yes, no newbies in the room. Yes. So I love some of you have your band for a framework marker holding in your hand. You could also, if you wanted, put it behind your either hips and press forward so you can get a little feedback in your abs there. The other place that's nice is up behind your shoulders, pulling your abs up into your band there. That's another nice place to do that from. Yeah. Good. All right. So if the band happens to be behind your back, lift your arms up and take it out because you're going to need it in front of you when you get down. And you'll walk on down, hands or knees, right? Doesn't matter. Square up your collarbones. And then it's that upright row. See if you can keep your hips square to the ground, right? So we're not rocking and rolling from side to side. That's it, good. And we're going 4 to 6 on each side. Oh, that's awesome, Chinda, good. So Chinda, can you pull your bar to one shoulder and then to the other shoulder? Yeah, that's it. So you'll get that same offsetness. Good. And then Eloise, I think you did more than 4. Yeah, good. So then if you stretch when you feel like it, when you're done, if you feel like it, you don't have to stretch. Good. And then we'll flip ourselves around. Good. Nice. And then we're going to roll all the way down, feet staying flat on the floor. Good. Reaching those arms overhead. Good. And then we're going to come right back up into bow, scooping the abs in. Knees are still bent. Good. Press your band down on either side of your thighs and notice how your body reacts. Good. Big inhale. Exhale. Come back down. Arms overhead. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Hands to the thighs. Press. Good. Another inhale. Good. Exhale down. That's it. Good. And one more. See if you can get that transverse abdominis to be on. Good. Okay. So then we're going to come back in our bow just so we can stay lifted long enough to put our band underneath our thigh bones. So you might have to come up a little bit or pull your knees in towards you. All right. And then arms pull to the sky, and you should hopefully feel enough tension that it almost wants to pull your legs off the ground. Almost, yeah? With your arms to the sky, open up the collarbones, set your ribs into place. Now we're coming into bow, and we're keeping those arms pointing straight up. Good. Inhale and exhale back down. So Chinda especially, I want you to be mindful of letting your arms and your head all be the same body part, right? You're not going to lead with your head. You're not going to push up with the top of your arms. Once they're set, they're set. It's the chest that's lifting, everybody. The chest that's lifting up. Yeah. Good. And one more. Good. All right. Let those arms open out to the side. Your band's going to roll. It just is. Just let them open up for a second. I know. Good. All right. Then bring your band back. It's going to be all rolled up. It just is. You can shake a little. Some people's bands might actually unroll if you shake it. Now it's back behind your thigh bone. Good. Now elbows are bent. Check your top of your shoulder. I bend my elbow and mine pops up. So I've got to pull on my scapula and then bring those legs in a tabletop. And then have support from your theraband. You could almost rest in them, yes? All right, exhale, press the back of your right thigh against your theraband as if you're just doing a little marching dip. And then the left one. Good, yes. And shh. And I want you to feel like you have some resistance there. Good. And creating that resistance. Good. Good. All right. So then, optional, come up into bow. If you don't come up to bow, no problem. But I want you to make sure you feel as if you are. In bow, we're drawing that pelvic floor up every time we press against that band. We're trying to feel the connection between our hamstrings and glutes, our pelvic floor, and our abs. That's it. Last one on each side. Good. And then gently bring that all the way down. Nice job. Okay. Now straighten those legs. Reach for that band from behind your thigh bones and put it all the way up on your feet. Good. And then you're going to bend those knees. Good. Okay. Those of you watching on replay, I'm waiting for everyone to get their feet. No rush. Just, it's tricky with your band sometimes. It doesn't always behave. All right. Elbows lift a little higher this time. Now I want you to push down again, marching, pushing into the foot, and then pushing the other foot. Now I want you to feel for you, is that different than pushing with your thigh? We're just coming down in a march. So the knee is bent. Yeah. This is come off your foot. Be careful. Keep it on your foot. So I want you to notice, is it quads, or are you still able to connect to your hams and glutes as you do that little march? It's not single leg kick, right? We're not kicking straight out. We're marching down just like we do for dips and marches, right? Letting the foot come down to the ground. Can you dip your foot down, Melissa? Will your thigh dip down like a march? So the 90-degree angle and one foot comes down, right? Good. All right. So then optional bow. Coming into your bow, hopefully you feel those abdominals flatten, right? As you bring that thigh down toward the ground. Down toward the ground, yes. And if you're not coming into bow, you still have to imagine that you are. So you've got to have those ribs down, your abs lifting in to the spine. Good. Last one on each side. Nice, good. And then pull that in for a rest. Turn your head side to side just in case you were too distracted to think about how you were holding up your head, right? Because there's a lot managing what your thighs are doing and how your legs are moving. Good. We're going to take your left foot out, let it just rest on the ground, legs circles. I'm going to cross and put it in opposite hands. And that way we can have resistance all the way around the circle, right? Pushing against that resistance. Good. As it comes to wherever you start losing that resistance, use your hands to create more. So for me, it's the outside. The weight of my leg could easily just sit in the strap. I don't have any resistance. So this opposite hand has to pull the other way. Good. When you get 5-ish good ones, then you can reverse. Yeah, reach. Okay, watch out where it gets lazy, right? Watch where it gets lazy. Create your extra little bit of self-challenge. So we want to keep the joint working. We don't want it to get lazy or stick in an old pattern. Okay. Nice. Good. And then when you feel like you've gotten 5 each way, go ahead and bring up your other leg, switch. Good. Anchor that leg on the floor and then push through your circle. And look for your lazy spots. Let's not call them lazy. That's so negative. Let's call them spots waiting to be awakened. That's it. Yeah. And I have it same place on this side. I've got two of them. One down here where the leg drops. I can just feel myself just falling into it instead of pushing away. And the other one is out here to the side. Again, I'm just letting the strap hold me. I want to push and give myself resistance. Yes. Melissa's got two dogs at her head. You see their tails. Yeah. Yeah. Did everyone get both directions? Both ways, both directions? Good. All right, good. So we're going to take the band off your hips for just a moment and give your hands a moment of rest. Right? Fingers get tired. Yeah. So let them wiggle. Good. Feet are flat on the floor. And we're going to let our hands wiggle as we come up into bow. And we're going to wiggle over to the right side of our shin bones. And the fingers get to wiggle and reach over to the left side of the shin bones. Good. And then back over to the right. You see my fingers wiggling? Your fingers are, yeah, good. That's it. Good. And then back over to the left. Good. And then center and down, and arms reach all the way overhead. And the fingers reach out wide, super wide. Stretch out the palms of your hands. Good. Good. And then bring those hands back overhead. And then this time we're going to make fingertip hands. So you can see my hands just touching fingertip to fingertip. I want you to let your thumb knuckle be a little soft, right? Make sure you're not hyperextending your hands. We want a little softness, almost like that Instagram heart. Yeah. So push on that. Feel like you could feel your chest muscles turn on a little bit. Some of you will be even so good as to feel the side muscles turn on and a little bit of that smiley in your belly. Yeah. Holding that, lift yourself up into a bow. Good. Now take that to your right while you lift your right leg in a tabletop. Good. Put it down. Good. Press those fingertips. Good. Can you keep a soft little bend in the end of each fingertip joint, as long as that works with your particular hand issues? Good. We're just making sure that we don't hyperextend the fingers, right? We're not going to flatten them out. Good. And last one. Good. And then all the way back down, fingertips release, reach nice and long. That's it. Good, makes sense. So real quick, hand health. Come on screen so you can see. As women, we talked about this before, we tend to lack upper body and grip strength, right? We just don't build it as much. So the thumb starts to collapse. This muscle starts to pull in and hyper shortens, which stresses this joint. A lot of women get this nasty ache right through here in this joint. So we want to feel it reach out and be able to bend this without hyperextending. This hyperextension is a clue that you might habitually be pushing that in to hold something instead of holding it like you should, right? You're using that at this flat instead of this. So okay, that's your quick hand lesson for today. Yeah, I know. Hands. Okay, so we are gonna lasso those feet and let ourselves roll up to sitting. And we're gonna do a couple roll-ups. Good. So first ones, we're gonna bring the fists to the chest, scoop the belly in, push your heels down and round all the way up, and then release forward, lifting your arms next to your ears. Yeah. Stack your spine up. Good. And then bring the fists back to your chest. Now scoop your abs and pull them away from your toes, bringing your band with you. There should be a nice little abdominal work right there. Good. Release the arms as you inhale. Exhale, engage the arms, start rolling back up. Pushing your heels down. Good. And then release those arms forward next to your ears. Good. Stack up your spine. Bring the fist back to the chest and roll down. You okay, Chinda?
I was just rolling up and my back grabbed like right here. So I don't know, maybe I use this part of my back a
Just
little bit
that
more
soft
just
QL
now.
section.
Yeah, I think, or even like the bottom of, is that the,
Flat coming down.
yeah, like the bottom of the lat or QL, like right at the top, it just went. So I thought, ooh, I better stop that.
Yeah. So pause. So you guys keep going. Chinda, you give yourself a little stretch there. So when it grabs, you want to let it go right away, and not only just stretch it open, but also stretch open the hip on that side. Um, just in case that is a psoas related chain of events. Good. All right, and then Melissa and Eloise and Mark and Franny on the replay. Hi, Franny. Oh shoot, I never hit that button, did I? Oh, why are we not on? We're gonna take ourselves into neutral hinge, so your arms are in front of you. Sorry, I just realized it's just turned off, or it might not have never turned on. Elbows bent, and we're gonna neutral hinge our way back, and then press down into your sits bones to come up. I want you to really feel them drive down and back as you come up. Yeah? There we go. Sorry. Good. So, yeah, neutral hinge. Good. And then press down and lift the spine. Good. And then Chinda, let that knee come behind you, really come back. So you open up the front of that a little bit. Good. Good. And one more. Hold that back. Good. Now we rotate on our axis to the side, back to center, and rotate. Good. And our goal is to keep that spine long. So I'm not hunkering down. I'm not pulling those elbows in. I'm actually trying to stay in neutral. I'm like a barbershop pole that's just tipped over on the side. Good. Good. All right. Come back up. Take that half boomerang. We're going to do that one again. Now, an optional change is to cross your band. That's going to give you more resistance as you rotate. For some people, that extra resistance is also helpful in feeling their obliques on more. Yeah? So I'm going to show you front view. Here's neutral hinge, staying true to the center and staying true to the spine. We rotate to the side. So I'm not tipping over, and I'm not tipping over this way, right? Staying right in the middle. Same thing the other way. Good. Can you raise your elbows up a little? That's it. Come on, elbows. Get up. Good. That's it. Good. And then go ahead and come all the way up. Arms out and boomerang. Reach back. Push back. Good. And then resist coming back up. Good. How are we doing? Eloise is like this. Melissa's back here. Everyone okay? Okay. Hands. Are your hands getting tired, Eloise, from holding? Yeah, they're getting tired from holding. Okay. Okay. So, so you don't ever have to use your band. I forgot that disclaimer. You don't have to use toys. We're gonna move into a little sideline work. So we'll just simply come onto the side. Optional band, right? You don't have to use it. So whether your hips get tired or your hand gets tired, you can let that go. I have it. I'm gonna put it under my bottom thigh. So now my thighs are inside it. It's going over my feet and outside of my thigh. Yeah, good. Yeah. And then I'm just gonna open in a clam, just like that. This top hand is helping to hold it down. That gives me more resistance and keeps the band from shooting off to my butt. Yeah, you see that? Good. Yes, good. So as we do that, yes, good, Melissa. I was just gonna say perfect adjustment. Check that hip bone. You want it slightly back. It should be a little bit annoying. I mean, that's a good. I like that lift, Eloise. That was good.
My PT asked me if I do clam in all 3 positions. I thought that was an interesting question. I guess, like 90 degrees and then a little bit further out and a little further out, maybe. Like it gets different things.
Do they mean position here, here, or do they mean
Yeah,
here,
like
here, and
not like
here?
here, here, and here, maybe, or something.
Ah, but she didn't clarify which one she meant?
It was like a real quick, we didn't have a lot of time.
Ah,
Yeah, I can ask.
so your heels in line with your butt on this one. We're gonna lift both heels up. So this is what I think of as the next position. Good, and then lifting it up, good. So now I have to put my hand down here because otherwise my band is gonna float away. I'm not helping it anymore. I'm still just keeping it on my leg. Oh, look. So Eloise, clever. She has a loop band instead of a theraband. If you have that, you can use that instead too. It's just one continuous loop and you would put it on the outside of those thighs. Yeah. Good. Last 2. And last 1. Good. All right. So put that down. Just let it go because then we're going to do inside out clam. So the leg lifts. Sorry, both legs lift and you open. Good. And then you just take that top knee behind the bottom foot and then back up onto the heel. So we're working big range of motion underneath and then back up. Underneath and back up. Good. So you think about it, this foot is trying to come up to the sky. That's it. Good. There you go. Last 2. Good. And last 1. Come on, foot. Come on, foot. Can you lift that? Can you guys grab your foot? And the knee be down toward the ground behind your other foot? Okay. All right, just checking. All right. It was getting kind of muddy there, so I wasn't sure if you had that range of motion. Okay, good to see. So from here, simple, we're going to do our side bend. So I'm going to lift up onto my hand and we're going to press hips up and over. Good. Now this could be on your forearm, right? It doesn't have to be on your hand. So pressing all the way up. Good. And floating it back down. Good. And all the way up. Push up through the hip. Good. And then hover on the way down. Good. And 2 more up. So this could be considered chin to on the knees. Another clam position, it would be closed. And you're pushing from the hips. Good. Good. All right. 1 more. Let's stay lifted. Good. And then we're going to dive under, reach for your butt. Good. Open back up to the sky. Good. And again, dive under, reach for that butt. Push your butt forward as you reach. Good. And up. Good. That's it. Push your hip forward toward me. Push your hip forward toward me, especially that bottom one, Melissa. Same thing. Oh, yeah. Good, Eloise. You know I was coming for you. Good. And 1 more. Good. Nice job, guys. All right. Bring it on down. Good. We'll swing it around. Same thing on the other side. So again, band comes back on your feet. And then you have it underneath your thigh and over your thigh. Good. And your heels lined up with your sits bones. And we go right into that clam. So again, if you want to have more work, push down on this top band, right? So you have something to press against, something more to press against. I know. And as you're going, start checking this little guy under here, your ischial tuberosity, right? The head of your femur, the head of your leg bone at the side of your hip. If you're forward and on your thigh bone, I want you to rock back a little bit. Or not rock back. Ooh, I said that wrong. I want you to pull it underneath you a little bit. There we go. That's it. Good. Eloise looks fantastic. You can see Eloise pulling up her waistline, literally just pulling her shirt up into her waist from the floor. Yeah. Good. Pressing down into our hands. Yep, so watch out for that collapse, especially that's your old shoulder injury, right, Melissa, on that side? So see if you can push down and let yourself lift up a little more. Yeah, that's it. Good. Good. Okay, so then we're going to keep the band. We're just going to lift the heels and keep on going. I know. Wow. Oh, look at me getting sloppy. Nobody called me out on it. So I'm going to push down too, just like Melissa is. Good. That's it. Yes. Good. 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 All right. For some of us, this gets more challenging. This is where things get sloppy. I'm one of those. I start to lose the shoulder. I start to rock, right? So check that you're not rocking. Yes, that's it. That's how you get that control. God, we got 2 more. And last one. Hi-ya! Good. All right. And that comes down. So then you can just let your band go. Heels come back up. Good. Open back up, and then it's your inside out clam. Try to touch the ground behind you and bring it back up. And touch the ground behind you and bring it back up. Good. That's it. Good. All the way. And touch. Good. Good. Yeah. Can you bring this foot up? So check yourself if you are getting true inward rotation. Yes, that's it. Good. Bring that foot up. That's better. That's better. I know. Ah, good. Let's do 2 more. Good. And last one. Good. All right. Side bend, which is basically side plank. Forearms or hands. Either way, or laying flat, right? That's option 2. Scoop your belly up and in. That's it. Push your hip forward. There you go. Good. And then hover. Good. And press up. Good. And then hover. Good. Feel the ray of your supporting hand, just like we think of the ray of the big toe from the base of the big toe. The pinky starts at the base of your hand. The thumb starts at the base. You have the whole ray going on each side. Good. Okay, because the next one, we're going to add our rotation. So up we go. Good. Dive under. Grab your butt cheek. Good. Open back up to the sky. Good. Keep that bottom hip pressed forward as you reach. It's going to make it harder to reach, and that's awesome. Good. And press. And reach. Good. And one more. Press. And reach. Nice. Good. Gently lower yourself down. Good. We're going to turn onto our back side. Lower ourselves to our forearms. Yep. Good. So Chinna, how did your back spasm settle down?
I am going to be particularly careful today since I'm driving and then getting on a boat.
Yeah. So I would say don't do this next exercise. We're pushing your hands down. We're scooping the belly in and bring the legs in a tabletop. Good. And then we're going to extend up to the sky. Lower the legs straight down, only as far as you can. Keep your pubic bone pulled back toward the the low back. Good. And then we'll lift the legs back up. So we're very light on our hands. I could almost balance on my sacrum here. I guess I can. That's right. Really pulling those abdominals in. Good. And one more, because we're going to make these hip circles. So Chin, did you have your straps? If you put your feet in your straps, this would be a great one with your head underneath your mount and your feet pulling away. Yeah. So we're going to inhale down to one side, exhale, scoop the belly in, bring it back up. Now I just got lazy. Did you catch me? I dropped into my shoulder. So again, abs pull in. That's it. Good. Keep those abs pulling in. Good. Lower. Good. And one more. Good. All right. Round on back. Pull those knees to your chest. Good. And then feet flat on the floor. And then round your spine up, opening up those hips, stretching open your psoas a little. Big inhale and exhale, roll down. Good. And repeat. So right now we have no band. I just want you to focus on hands alone pressing down all the way to your upper arm and back and peeling your spine. Yeah. Good. So just letting yourself have that nice hip bridge as you press those hands down. Yep, there you go. Good. Good. All right. So we're up. Now we're going to take our feet, step out to second position. Good. Set your abdominals and then lower your hips down. So Chinde, you can tell your PT that we may not do, I don't know what she considers 3 positions of the frog or the side lying clam, but we do clam variations, and then we do other hip work that takes us through other range of motions too. So we usually try to get your hip from as many angles as possible, but not all with the same exercise. That's it. Good. Letting that all lower. Good. Very nice. And one more. Good. All right. Then you're going to hold those hips up, keeping your hips square forward. And I have to do this one with practice hands. I'm going to drive into the left foot, lift the right foot and tap it next to the left one. Open it back up to the right, put it down. So my hands are here to check that my hips are staying in line with my ribs. My box, right, from my armpits to my hips, keeps its integrity. Over and back. Good. That's it. Over and back. Good. What's that? And we're alternating. Yes, I'm sorry. We're alternating sides. Over and back. Oh, did you catch that one? So if you're watching on the replay, you will notice that the one I just did, my hip moved away from my hand, right? That tells me there's a little cheat going on. Good. Last one on each side. Are you in a bridge, Melissa, or are you just done? She's I'm not sure what that means. She's like, done? Okay, all right. That's okay. Like, you shut up and mind your business. That's what that looks like to me. Okay. So then let your knees just fall easy to the side. And then trying to go slow, right? Don't rush that stretch. Good. Scoop your abs in, let them go the other way. Good. All right. And then we're going to flip over, but we're going to do it from our stretch. So your knees have fallen to the side. Then let yourself roll over, put your hand on the ground. Press into the ground and bring your knees underneath you. Yes? Okay, good. Good. All righty. Coming into a leg pull, and I gave you a break from it, but now it's back. It is our hydrant variation. So right knee to right elbow, open to the side in hydrant. Extend the leg out to the side, bring it back to center. Left knee, left elbow, open to the side. Keep the thighs still while you straighten the leg out to the side. Sweep it back to center. Yep. Elbow to the knee, or vice versa. Hydrant. Extend. Sweep. Good. Under. Open. Extend. Sweep. Good. The hardest moment for me is that extension moment. So if that's like you, push into the ground with those hands. Feel your core answer back and take it. Yes. Good. And then that's the third set. Yep. Good. Just 4 sets, just 4 sets. Yep, so if you got your 4, and then back down, good. And once you get through those, then you can sit back in a nice little child's pose. Good. Okay. All right. So then let's come and lay down on our bellies. So here, optional theraband if you want it. You can take it over the top of your back and press down. So you have a little bit of resistance and also feedback, because you can feel now where your shoulder blades are, right? So as you press up, you're pulling your abs up into that place instead of trying to just simply bend at your low back. Good. And then gently bring it back down. So your first one, be gentle with it, right? Don't have to come up all the way. But I want you to keep those legs energized, right? Keep lengthening them along the floor. That's it. Good. Good, that's it. Nice. One more, we're gonna stay lifted. So we're on that pubic bone. Good. And then we're gonna see if we can bend one knee, pulling the heel towards your booty, keeping your elbows pulled in. Good. Straighten that leg out, stretch it out strong. Bend the other knee. Ooh, here comes a hamstring cramp. Good. Straighten it out, come on down. Okay, so we're gonna do it again. And I want you to notice the funny little shifts that happen. Maybe they do, maybe they don't for you. But as I bend one knee on one side, no problem, I can stay centered. On the other side, my temptation is just to rock out of the way to make it happen. If that's you, push into that opposite hand, keep yourself at centered. It'll be harder to get the leg to bend up, but your sensation through your core will be so much better. Yes, nice job. Yeah, so do you feel where it wants to drop there, Eloise, on that left one? Yeah, so that's where you push even more. And if you need to, push with your forearms. If your hands are done, let your forearms do the work. Good. Everyone feel like you got 4-ish good ones, 4-ish good practice ones? Checking yourself out? I know, check yourself out. All right. So if that's you, go ahead and sit back. Take a nice little stretch through the low back. And then we're going to work on hip mobility for a second. So Franny, grab some soft cushions for under your shin bones, because you are going to be on your shins for this one. You could, I think I showed you last week, Franny, how to do this without being on your shins, but if you can get down here, so much better for your hip and back. So we're going to open those knees wide, and now you're going to take that child's pose again. And this time we're going to tuck the tail a little bit and then lift the tail a little bit. And I just want you to feel that really small motion here. It's not giant, just a little tuck and a little lift. Yeah. And I want you to notice, do you start to let your hips open up more as the tail lifts? Can they fall a little bit more open with each one? And if you're on a really sticky surface, that might be hard to feel. I happen to have one knee on my smooth floor, so it slides out more easily. Yeah, good. All right, and then we're gonna keep the tail happy. We're gonna keep the spine straight. We're just gonna pull ourselves forward with our forearms and just notice how far we can walk out. Keeping the feet still, so they're not gonna kick open. They're gonna stay pulled in. Is that what you did? Yes, I know, me too. Good. And then walk back. Happy dog tail. Good. And then forward. Pull, 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 pull. Again, keep your feet in. Don't let them kick out. I know they're going to want to, some of us. Good. Good. And can we do one more? One more? Yeah. Good. And then just you to breathe in that. My favorite saying that I've learned in the past couple of weeks is, if you can't breathe through it, you don't own it. And the other one is, stressing is not stretching. So you want to be able to relax into there. And if your body won't, ease up a little, find a place where it can. Good. Can your hips open just a smidge more maybe? And then walk it back. Good. And then let yourself sit up if that's comfortable. If it's not comfortable, don't do it. Instead, bring yourself up to a stand. But if you can sit up. I know, good. And you're gonna side bend over. You can change that into a mermaid sit. So if this is not comfortable, come on down to one side and take it here. Yeah. Yeah. Why not? And then if you are on that one side, make sure you switch feet. Good. Good. And all the way over. Yeah. Good. And then we'll take that over. Good. Now open up to the sky. I want you to push the ground down. Push the ground away. That's it. Open up, open up, open up. Hold that for a moment. See if you can feel the stretch through the front of that arm. Pull the shoulder blade back. Good. Good. And then other side. So most of you are going to want to flip. I think. Yeah. That's it. Push down and open up. Push the ground away. That's it. That's it. Good. Good. Nice. And rest. Nice work, you guys. Yeah.
I somehow switch my legs, so I'm gonna.
Yeah. Get both sides. Get both sides. Okay. Very good. Well, yeah, we still can't hear you. But I hope you're okay. Okay, good. It was that motion. All right, you guys. So just a reminder, I'm in Bali for 2 weeks. So content library is there for you. And I'll see you when I get back. Yeah. Okay. All right. Mwah. Take care. I hope things go smoothly.
Can you make this replay last longer? Like a week or something?
Yeah. Yeah. I can do that. Was it okay, even despite your
yeah, I think there were some things I won't do, but there were some things that were interesting to me. I can't really even think what they were right now. But at the beginning, I was thinking, hey, this is really cool.
Okay. Good. I will do that. All right. Thank you, Tinda. Safe travels today.
Thank you.